Hello everybody, I'm the official Arabic therapist. This is another therapist perspective. The talk on social media throughout the week is people have been talking about the shooting with Jacob Blake. As you see right now, and I have the video running right now. I wanted to wait until I see the official report of what really happened, because when I first viewed this video, the video, truthfully to me, it does seem real obscure to me, meaning that it was just lacking a whole lot of information. All it did just show Jacob Blake going to his car. Looked like it appears that he was reaching for something. Then the police shot him 7 times in the back, and from there, that's when everyone on social media, once again, this Black Lives Matter organization, decide to be proactive about this again, So then, like I say, I wanted to wait until we get to the full official report first before I actually do a rant on this video. So now that I've seen the official report, now if it's good, ready, let's talk about it real quick. Now the official report says this is that Jacob Blake, what he ended up doing is that he ended up going over to his girlfriend's house. They ended up having a domestic dispute, or was having some type of domestic violence, or some type of situation going on between them. The girlfriend called the police. The police was dispatched to the residence. The police was trying to detain Jacob Blake, but unfortunately, Jacob Blake, he was resisting arrest. He was resisting the police, and also it was another report saying that Jacob Blake not only was resisting, but he pulled a knife on the police officer. The police tased him. When they tased him, it didn't affect him. And from there, this is where we see the video pick up at, where Jacob Blake is walking towards his car. The officers is repeatedly giving him the command to tell him to stop, and they're trying to place him under arrest for the disturbance of the violence that he was doing. So at that point, that's when Jacob Blake, he walked to his car, opened up his car door, and it appeared that he was reaching for something, and that's when the officer went on and took his shot. All right. So I wanted to reveal this to y'all, is because once again we see the same situation that's happening. We see the same scenarios that's happening, where we see a man resisting arrest. We see them doing all these different things to not comply with the officer order, and then they end up making a big deal about this stuff, saying that it's race motivated when the officer had to do what they have to do. This is the same situation that's happening right now with Jacob Blake. This is the same situation that been happening with all these other police shootings that been happening lately. You know what I'm saying? And one other thing that I also noticed, this is that it always be some person who's recording the situation, whatever, but when they record the situation, they always leave off what starts or what triggers the situation. They always start off right at the moment where the officer had no other choice but to do his job. You know what I'm saying? But later on down the line, that's when they start releasing additional footage and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? The same thing they did with George Floyd in this situation. They went on and released the body cam. What really happened with his situation, where same situation, he was being belligerent, he was resisting arrest, he was doing all these different things that resort into his death. You know what I'm saying? That, like I said in my other videos, you know what I'm saying, I don't justify that the police officer did what he did to George Floyd, but however, you cannot dispute facts about the whole situation in the whole case. It's the same situation with Jacob Blake. Situation, same case with the other guy. It's the I forgot his name, but the guy that was in the drive-thru at Wendy's and stuff. Same situation. He was resisting. He was drunk, resisting arrest. He decided to try to fight the police. Took a taser, and it resulted him getting shot in the arm back in, but he ended up dying. You know what I'm saying? So these situations is happening the same exact way, the same exact scenarios, and the media keep depicting this picture that it's police brutality against black people. You know what I'm saying? And my conclusion, my perspective about this, like I've been saying in my other videos pertaining to this, is that my perspective about this is that I honestly believe in everything in me through my profession and everything in me that there's a certain type of agenda that's happening here that people need to pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? There's some type of agenda that they're doing. They painting this agenda where it's police brutality against blacks all the time. You know what I mean? And I just don't know what to say about it. But at the same time, I see people all the time, especially blacks or African American, you know what I'm saying? Even people that I personally know, they reacting to it the same way psychologically as though as the country is trying to go against, you know what I'm saying, blacks. And like I stated in my other videos that I did about this, is that it been many times where I personally been pulled over by the police, you know what I'm saying? And through the situation that I've been pulled over by the police, I never had a moment where it got that irate where my life was in a threatened, you know what I'm saying? Where police end up pulling the gun out on me, threatening my life, you know what I'm saying? Every situation that happened to me, it was simple. All I did, state my case, I complied. If I felt that the officer wasn't being cordial about the situation, I go ahead and let the officer do a citation on me, write a ticket on me, and I settle it with the magistrate, period, or with the judge, period, and stuff. And it's that simple. I'm right now alive to tell you about, what's going on, you know what I'm saying, about the situation and stuff. And I believe that in this same situation that many of these situations can be avoided just by simply complying. Now, when you hear the word comply, many people thinking that comply means to surrender yourself, or you are becoming a slave to the system, or any of these type of negative things. But complying doesn't mean that at all. Complying means is that all you're doing is you're just agreeing to what's the certain situation or the certain commands that the officers is telling you and stuff. It's just that simple. The officer asks you what's your name is. They have a right to ask you because they investigated. They trying to figure out what's going on. They have a right to ask you that. You know what I'm saying? They have a right to ask certain questions and stuff so it can determine the best course action for the situation that they're dealing with you and the officer as well, you know what I'm saying? And all it takes is just communication, period. And that's all I'm saying, that it just takes communication, period. You know what I'm saying? And these situations can be well avoided. You know what I'm saying? Like every single time it bothers me every single time when I look at the news, I be on social media, and I see this situation keep constantly happening over and over again, and it be the same exact way over and over again. When are we going to get to the point where we get out of this mode where therapists call being insane or being insanity, when you keep repeating the same situation over and over again and expecting the same results to happen? If you know that this is not working, and you see the situation, you see it on social media and everything, that the end result that this person end up being seriously hurt or they end up dying over doing something like this, then why keep repeating the behavior over and over again? It's simple, you know what I'm saying? Your life is way more important to prove a point. In other words, your life is way more important, you know what I'm saying, for your pride. You know what I mean? They're like, each and every these situations, these men and people who dealt with these situations, they had family, they had children, they had people who's relying on them. But instead of them choosing to take the non-profit road, they chose to take a profit stance about it, you know what I'm saying, and it resulted in their life. When are we going to get past this? When we are going to get past this insanity, all right? So this how I feel about it as a therapist perspective. I know a lot of people going to disagree with it. It's fine, but I have to call it for what it is. I have to call it by the facts too. One other thing too that y'all need to know about Jacob Blake in this situation is that he have a felony record for knowingly domestic violence. He also have a felony record for being a rapist, for being a serial rapist as well. Go research and then find out too. You know what I'm saying? So, like I always y'all fight fate with faith, and y'all take it easy.